Ahoy, ahoy! Welcome to a brand new edition of the Ramble on about movies, reactions, videos here on YouTube. With me, as always, is handsome Dan Nye.
And sitting right over there is clever Eric Muller.
Hello.
Hello. So we are going to do a little movie today, something we like to do. We did with Guardians, but we kind of both knew we were going to like Guardians. So we both went and we saw King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
You gotta get the full title in there. You just can't call it King Arthur.
You can't call it. We could even call it Guy Ritchie's King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, because that was our director. And it's the King Arthur story. You could call it watered down because they gloss over some parts, but it's like the story, the Sword and the Stone is Excalibur, evil uncle, his father. Yeah, I'm not spoiling anything because all this is in the trailer. So that's basically the story you're getting.
Yes.
Where do you want to go from here?
Oh, like we always do. Let's go over what we liked.
So positive. I really enjoyed the Guy Ritchie style. For me, I grew up and he was one of my favorite filmmakers. Like to this day, his early stuff with Snatch and Lock, Stock. It's still a little weird for me, and it grinds that gear where it's like watching the type of editing and the type of storytelling he's doing in a different story genre. Mm-hmm. So with Sherlock Holmes, I kind of got into it. This is a much more like pure form where it's like you can tell, oh yeah, he's totally directing this. You get some of the action sequences with the frames gone, so it looks a lot choppier. I actually really enjoyed a lot of the action sequences. I felt like we were one lightning strike away from King Arthur like turning into He-Man. Like in the climactic battle, I just kept waiting for the sword to go up to the sky and like
that would not surprise me.
It wouldn't have surprised me either, but I still found myself really enjoying the action sequences. I found you can tell it's a lot of heavy CGI in some of them. Other ones you can tell they're fight sequences. Like you can tell they're choreographed fight sequences, but I still found myself entertained by it. I still found myself geting goosebumps, being like, I like the action in this. It's making me happy. Do you have things you liked about this film? You can probably tell where this review is going.
Things that I liked. I liked Jude Law as the villain. I thought he was good.
Weirdly, I wanted a little more like Alan Rickman, Robin Hood, where he's just so over the top, but it was kind of interesting seeing him playing more subdued in this genre of movie. And
then some supporting staff I liked. I did like. There's one sequence. Supporting acting staff. I like the one sequence where like they're explaining the story of the Viking, because that was very Guy Ritchie.
Super Guy Ritchie, yes.
When it's like going through, doing flashbacks, cutbacks, all that fun stuff.
This is one of those movies.
And the elephant sequence to start off the movie.
It's pretty
because
sweet.
You're like, what the hell?
What is going on? It very much the early parts of this movie play like Lord of the Rings, King Arthur style, like Guy Ritchie doing Lord of the Rings almost.
I'm thinking it's just long lost CGI that they had from Lord of the Rings. Like, well, we got to do something with these elephants.
That's kind of how it comes across.
Ritchie, use them.
Yeah, and like you said, the supporting cast. I'm happy to see Eric Bana again, Digimon Hinsu. I might have pronounced his name right, but yeah. All right, Eric, go ahead.
Good God, Guy Ritchie, what are you thinking with these action sequences and CGI? This was Sci-Fi Channel-esque CGI and action sequences. Oh my God, they look so bad and too choppy for me to enjoy. It was the closest thing I've ever gotten to the Dynasty Warriors video games on the silver screen. They just look bad, and I expect better from Guy Ritchie. I know action sequences aren't really your bag. You do more great with chases and because there's one chase sequence.
It's a good chase sequence.
It's a good chase sequence. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But like the final combat, and then when he unlocks the power of the sword, I was just sitting there going, "This is the dumbest, worst CGI I've ever seen," and I almost got in trouble for laughing too loud in the theater.
Well, and see, that's the funny thing is like I enjoyed those sequences. You're picking them apart. This to me seemed kind of like, if we're looking on a scale of an entertainment value,
it's a $175 million budget, and it looks so bad.
And that's where I want to go with it too, because it's being picked apart for a lot of things. But you have to think about this on that scale of like Pacific Rim or Transformers.
That was really stupid fun.
Yeah, but exactly. That's kind of how I went into this movie. I expected nothing from this movie. I did not expect it to blow away my expectations. I wanted to go in seeing a fun and entertaining story, and in that, it totally succeeded. Like it's like if Transformers was executed well, but I can see
Michael Bacon direct.
Yeah, if there was story, I should say, because the story, I actually really enjoyed the story. Like it's kind of chunky, where it's like there's even scenes where it's like, nope, I'm ready, and I'm like,
oh yeah, I love like this. There's this great sequence where he's like, oh, I got to go into this dark world and investigate things. Like, oh, this is going to be a great sequence here. Nope, all just 3-minute montage.
There were a few, like, and we're done montages.
Right, and then another thing I didn't like is this movie has a lot of characters, and you'll be shocked at the end when you can't remember the names of some of these characters. Outside of King Arthur and maybe Jude Law.
Vitruvius or something?
Right.
No, that's the guy from Lego Movie.
You cannot remember anyone else in this movie. Like, the best friends who are supposed to be Lancelot and the other Galahad, but they didn't get them for this film.
Yeah, you got Lancelot. No,
you don't.
Yeah, it was Percival.
Yeah, but again, it's like because that's the other thing. You try to set up a sequel that's never going to happen.
This is one of those ones where a lot of our early reviews, I haven't said this in a while, I feel like, but this is something I would like to be longer. I would like the story to be fleshed out a little bit more. I would like to see, like you said, that dark world. That would be a cool thing to see that sequence kind of expounded upon. So if there is like one of the director's cut, I would be interested to see like another 10-15 minutes in this movie.
I think Guy Ritchie did himself a disservice by making this a King Arthur film. If he made it an original property, he could have had more fun and it would have worked better with him. Because instead of having that build expectations of like, where's Merlin? Where's the sword and the stone? Blah, blah, all that stuff. If he would have gone a more original path, like I know Warner Brothers will never do anything original till the end of time, but that's something I think would have helped this movie if it was an original as opposed to using the King Arthur.
I will say, speaking of, I did really enjoy Charlie Hunnam. I often rag on him for Pacific Rim. I would say
because he couldn't find an accent.
Because it wasn't that great. But this, I like the direction. I like the character he had. I think it was like the script. The script needs me to be here then, but like the work he's doing to get there, he did the best. Like I liked what he did with this character. I'll put it that way. And I don't think I'll have any more Charlie Hunnam, Garrett Hedlund confusions, because I don't know what Garrett Hedlund's doing, but Charlie Hunnam isn't going anywhere soon. So, anything else?
No, I'm good. You?
No, I'm good.
Let's grade this bad boy.
Oh, I forgot. I was about to wrap up. It's a B for me. Like, I know you're going way lower, but I'm gonna watch this again. I don't know if I'll wind up buying it, but I definitely enjoyed it.
I'm going D+ on this, and I know for a fact in my household, my wife will be playing this on a non-stop loop once it's out on Blu-ray. So.
We'll see if that grade changes.
Maybe it might improve with time.
You'll be like, maybe this isn't so bad. Like,
maybe I don't need to pick my eyes out with a rusty spoon. Who knows?
If you made it through Independence Day Resurgence, no, this is not that bad.
Technically, we all made it through.
We all did.
Depends on your definition of made it through. Physically, yes. Mentally, I'm still recovering.
Okay. So thank you very much for making it this far through our video. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you thought about this. This appears, that's one of the reasons I made it a point to go see this, because he already saw it. Kind of let me know what he's feeling, and I'm like, I want to formulate my own opinions. Let us know what you
Dan sold out his artistic vision for the sake of this show, just so he could argue with me.
Artistic vision. But I also...
artistic credibility.
Artistic credibility. Either way. We also, if you've seen anything else we do, you know, my expectations going into a movie reads a lot into it. And yes. I was cautiously optimistic, and I use that term a lot. But I was like... I use it always, yeah. So it didn't let me down, I'll put it that way. So...
There you go.
Follow us everywhere, subscribe to us, do all that good noise, and we'll see you next time. Ahoy, ahoy.
Anchors away.